The following broadcast is brought to you by Public House Media.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Head Over Heels. I'm Annie Scogan.
And I'm Jordenne Butler. And today, our episode is all about our first time going to Miss America.
Which is so exciting for us.
Yeah, I know Annie was the one who came up with the idea of doing this podcast. And when she told me, I was so excited to record it. So I'm so pumped.
Yeah, it kind of brought us down memory lane thinking about what we did and just seeing the Miss America stage for the very first time.
Oh my gosh.
Such an amazing moment. I just remember being in awe of being in the presence of Miss America.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, so we went in 2013 when Mallory Hagan won, and we went to support Miss Wisconsin, Kate Gorman, now Sweezy, because she's from our hometown, so we had to support our hometown girl.
I just remember at Miss Wisconsin, when Kate won, our moms kind of looked at each other like, oh, we should go to Miss America, and Jordenne and I were like, yes, we need to go to Miss America.
I know. So how old, what were we, 13 and 14?
I think so, or
something,
12 and 13.
Something like that, yeah, crazy. Oh my goodness. I remember I had braces then. Oh, gosh.
Way back when it was in Las Vegas, we went.
Yes, yeah, and we went, for those of you who don't know or didn't put it together, that was the last year was in Vegas. So we were just kind of talking about that, how, like, that's kind of cool.
We did the last time.
Even though, you know, it's so cool that it's back in Atlantic City, you know, where it all started, but to go to the last one that was in Vegas was kind of special.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool, like, for Mallory Hagan, who won, she had a short year, but to think of all the things she did in her year is pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we went, and we did not go the full week when we went.
We are still in school. Well, we are still in school, but since we had school, we couldn't take that whole time off.
Oh, right. So. And so we went Friday, and it actually ended up when we got there, wasn't it? Or was it like a couple days before?
I think it was like we were on the plane.
Yeah, it was really short notice. It ended up that they had a couple extra tickets for the Friday
night prelim.
Friday night prelim.
Or the last night of prelims, whatever night it was.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. At first we thought it was Friday, but now that I'm thinking about it, because didn't it used to be on Saturday night?
Oh, yeah.
So it must have been Thursday.
We don't know.
Something
the final night of prelims.
And so we got to watch Kate do her talent, which was super special because I know we both love watching talent. So getting to see Kate do her talent on the Miss America stage.
Super special.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So that was kind of cool that, you know, we didn't think we were going to get to go to a night of prelims, and then it kind of ended up working out that we got to go to the final night.
And we got to go to the reception, so we kind of got to see her a couple days early, which was super exciting, because I know we both look up to her so much, so to see her fresh off the Miss America stage was really special, and getting to hug her and say congrats on her talent was really fun.
I just remember her wardrobe that year.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, I know. She was the first year Bridal Elegance is the Miss Wisconsin sponsor, and that was the first year that they partnered with them. And I just remember every time she like walked out, if it was a cocktail dress or evening gown, anything, I was just like, oh my gosh, that dress is gorgeous.
Her evening gown was stunning.
Oh my gosh, probably one of my favorites.
Oh, definitely.
Ever.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it just. Oh my gosh, it was the perfect gown for her. Should we talk about cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, so something really cool that happens since the night before finals, there's no competition. So Wisconsin does this cool little thing called a cow party. Obviously, you kind of know Wisconsin, cows, cow party. Just party for Wisconsin. So it was really cool getting to go to that. I mean, you're decked out and
I bought a cow print shirt for this, so you go all out for the cow party.
Yep, and we just got to hang out with everyone that was there supporting Kate. and all the Miss Wisconsin board, which was super kind of surreal for us. That, you know, back then we were just, you know, the little girls that stalked the pageant people. So, like, us being in the room with the board and everything, we're like, oh my gosh.
Pretty official.
We're so cool.
I also remember, since Kate's platform was about healthy eating, she sold aprons at her send-off party that we bought. And so we were walking around Planet Hollywood wearing aprons that said Miss Wisconsin, Kate Gorman.
Yes, and then she signed them.
Yes.
So
thought we were pretty cool. We were wearing some aprons from Miss Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. I still have my apron, actually.
Oh, I do too.
That's so funny.
Yeah, because we wore those to the cow party too.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so that was super fun that night. And then also, I think that day, they have an autograph signing at Miss America with all the past Miss Americas. And unfortunately, Jordenne got sick.
Oh, it was so sad. Oh my gosh. I remember I woke up that morning and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And I laid in bed and watched Beverly Hills Chihuahuas.
That movie. So, unfortunately, Jordenne couldn't join us for the autograph signing, so I think my mom stayed back with her, and my dad brought us to the autograph signing, and I remember that it was my dad, because we were looking at the room of Miss Americas, and of course there's a long line for all of them, and I wanted to go to the Miss Americas that I had known or, like, heard of, and so it was more like the 2000, 2010 eras. But he really wanted to see Lee Merriweather. But I was like, oh no, I want to see the newer Miss Americas. And I feel bad because now I would like want to see Lee Merriweather because I've seen her in movies. But I'm sorry, Dad, that you didn't get to meet Lee Merriweather. And I sincerely apologize. But that just means we'll have to go to Miss America again so we can meet her.
Absolutely, absolutely. So then Saturday night rolls around, and it's finals night.
So exciting.
Oh my gosh. I still remember we were kind of in the back more on the main floor.
Yeah.
And we were in the middle. So we had like
really good
seats. I mean, even though it was in the back,
you could see
it
really
didn't matter. You could still see super well. And we ended up being, we sat by the South Carolina cheering section. That was super cool.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't remember, Allie Rogers was the first runner-up to Miss America. And so the whole night, every time Allie kept advancing, they just got more and more excited. And we were kind of like feeding off their energy and talking with them. And of course, they were so nice.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was just a super cool experience. And when it got down, like they kept whittling down the names. And when it got to those two, the anticipation in the room, I just remember was so high. And of course, when Mallory won, the South Carolina section was excited for Mallory and Allie, and it was such an amazing moment to be with them, knowing that they knew the first runner-up to Miss America.
And they were so gracious about.
Definitely.
I mean, first runner-up at Miss America. Holy cow, that's
amazing,
insane. So I thought it was cool, just even seeing how they were after the pageant.
Yeah, their reaction towards it.
How they were just so gracious for the first runner-up position, because I mean, I think first runner-up can be hard, but I mean, being first runner-up at Miss America is
you're just making it to Miss America.
Oh my gosh, exactly.
What a dream.
Exactly.
And then after Miss America, of course, there's the first speech at Miss America at the reception.
Yeah.
And at Planet Hollywood, where the pageant was held, the pageant was in the auditorium, and then you kind of had to go upstairs and down a couple hallways to get to the reception. And I remember we legitimately ran to the reception to get to the front row of where she spoke. And we sat there, took our heels off, and I felt like we waited there forever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
To see her first speech.
Yeah, and I just remember hearing her speak was so, like, oh my gosh, it's Miss America right there. All the contestants are right over there. And she's speaking, and she was just so elegant and so poised. And I just feel like she just flew through the speech. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, I won Miss America, blah, 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 blah. And she was just so gracious, and it was so awesome.
And what I remember mostly from that night, and that speech in particular, was before the cameras started and everything, people were yelling out, like, congratulations, you're beautiful, and she made a point to say thank you to every single person that yelled out something. And that really brought it, I still remember it, and still one of the reasons why she's one of my favorite Miss Americas, just because how gracious she was that night, and it really stuck with me. even to this day.
Oh, yeah. And it was also really cool. We were talking about this, how throughout her year, both Annie and I had tweeted for her. Do you want to talk about what you tweeted?
Yeah, so I had a Spanish presentation. And of course, being the pageant-obsessed kid that I was, I talked about Miss America in Spanish. So a little bit of irony for you. And so I tweeted something about talking about Miss America in my Spanish presentation, and she favorited mine, and then Jordenne.
Yeah, and then on her birthday, so obviously when she was doing her speech, everyone's taking pictures of her, so I got a picture of her. So I just tweeted her, "Happy birthday, Miss America," like something about "still so surreal, I got to see you crowned" or something, and she favorited mine, and I mean, we still are like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool, Miss America favorited our tweet."
I just think she's such a real title holder. She was relatable. Even at a young age, you could look to her and feel like, wow, she's a Miss America that I feel like I could have an everyday conversation with.
Right.
And I still follow her because she's just so amazing.
Yeah, I think Nina oh my gosh, I always mispronounce her last name.
Davaluri?
Yes. Who was actually Mallory crowned Nina, and I still remember her onstage question at Miss America, and I thought it just really relates to pretty much all the Miss Americas I remember. And she said how Miss America is the girl next door. So,
Very true.
Someone you can have a conversation with, someone that is relatable. So I think that definitely was Mallory. I mean, she was so relatable, and she was an open book. I mean, she knew she wasn't perfect, and she wasn't afraid to show that, and she was proud of who she was. And so that's so inspiring, and I think that's what Miss America is and should be.
Agreed.
Because, with all the little girls like us when we were little looking up to it, you want that role model to be someone who knows they're not perfect and is okay with that.
Yeah, and definitely just that. She was a role model to us as a kid, and being able to see her as your first Miss America crowned, I think was such an honor, and so amazing that it was her, because I look up to her so much, and it's just such an amazing Miss America.
Right. And what was the other thing? Wasn't it, how many years did she get first runner-up at Miss New York?
Oh
my gosh, it was, we used to know these numbers.
Back when our statistic days.
It was
a lot.
I mean, I think she for sure made top 5 every year she competed or something like that. But there was multiple years she got first runner-up, which, I mean, to get first runner-up multiple years, but still keep going because she had that goal in mind and then go on and become Miss America.
Wow.
Just applaud her.
Yes.
Yeah. Good job, Mallory.
Yeah, I just think it's so... You love the Miss America organization, so going to Miss America, especially for the very first time, is such a surreal moment. And being in the room when she's crowned, I mean, you watch it on videos, you see it on live TV, but there's nothing like really being in the room.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
So feeding off the energy of the live crowd, and like I remember when they'd go from commercial breaks back to the live show, they'd have everybody go into clapping and cheering, and it's just, the energy in that room is contagious, and it was so amazing to be there. So surreal.
Something that I think both of us will remember for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, and something very special that we got to share together.
Oh, yes. Oh. Well, I think that's all we have today for this episode.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening. Again, if, we say this every episode, but if you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, we would love to hear from you. Please reach out to us on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, so thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us. We are still so thankful for this opportunity, and thank you to everyone who has made this dream turn into a reality.
Oh, yeah.
We never thought we'd have a podcast, and so thank you again for your support. It really means a lot to us. See y'all later.